Peace and love, good people. Peace and love. Welcome back to Money in Minutes. In this video, I will show you how we use the fill in the gap principle that we frequently demonstrate on this page to capitalize on a quick scalp at market open. All right, two quick scalps at market open. Please don't forget to visit stockmarketdaddy.com and take the assessment to see if you have a problem gambling. So here we are at the open. I went ahead and filled in the gap with our trend line, and this trend line represents a green candle. Now, because I waited so long to start to set up my chart, which is a problem, I'm missing this opportunity to enter this pullback right here at 690. That would have been a great entry point to enter a call right there on that pullback at 690. No worries. However, I was able to choose the option 3 days out, 3 days till expiration, or 2 days till expiration. And I also moved up slightly with the delta. So because we had such a good week last week, now we chose to purchase a $30 delta instead of a 0.20 delta. We got a 0.30 delta. So make some noise for us gradually increasing the position size without impacting our emotions in the trade. So here we are. We got right in. I went for a quick scalp. Still got to work on my conviction. My entries are great, but I seem to fumble the bag a bit when it comes to holding a position. So I went and took a quick scalp for 15%, even though this opening is so beautiful and there is continuation to the upside. So I went ahead, put the $15 in the bank, put that 15% in the bank, and now I am looking to enter again. I'm looking to enter a second contract. All right, so waiting for a pullback to happen, letting the pullback happen a bit, and then looking for a second opportunity to enter the play. So again, remember, because we came to the charts late, right at setup, right at 9:28, now I'm trying to fumble to get my recording right. Then I'm fumbling to get my to fill in the gap. If I would just show up early enough to have extra time to do the things I need to do, this would be a much smoother trade. All right, so preparation is what we need to improve on. All right, so boom. Let that second pullback, that slight pullback happen, entered with a second contract, the same strike price, the same call, a second contract. Took profit on the first push. Got to work on being a one push profit taker. All right, so we had this pullback, continuing to come down, trying to measure and see if it's going to take out the top 50% of this bar or if it's going to stay in the top third. Continue to move up. Remember, we keep this very simple on this channel. We like to trade the open. We use moving averages as our primary and only indicator, and we use trend lines. We look for support and resistance. That's all we need. All right, and we have a laptop with one screen. All right, so we have a laptop. We have the Webull desktop app. We have moving averages added and superimposed onto our chart, and then we draw our trend lines, our horizontal lines, should I say, for our support and resistance. The horizontal lines that you add to the chart cross every time frame, and it goes all the way across the entire chart from left to right, opposed to a trend line where you have to choose the beginning and end. So we use the trend lines to fill in our gaps, and we use horizontal lines to mark off support and resistance. All right, so again, this is where I get a little bit tripped up at, because once I see the power and the pressure slowing down, I start thinking, oh, this is about to be a reversal. It's about to pull back. It's going to take my profit. It's going to take my money. So I'm actually glad that I scalped that first 15, let a little bit of a pullback happen, and then I got in on a second contract. You don't have to be as busy as I am. I'm working harder, not smarter, but it's all a part of me developing my skill and developing my craft. I've still gotten to a place where I have a strategy that I feel confident and convicted in, and I'm starting to see some consistent profitability. I'm not worried about home runs right now. I'm gonna continue to hit these base hits until they start going over the fence. That's just how we're going to do it. So again, got another good push. I do have some resistance ahead of us, but again, I'm looking at this narrow state that I missed in the previous video. So this is a good day. This is a good morning where I am going with the flow. I am finally going with the flow, giving it a little bit more time to do what it needs to do. And then I've also gone up in my delta. All right, so this week I moved up a bit in delta, so now we should start to see a little bit more profit at our 20% marks. Okay, so just slowly, incremental moves up. We're going to start to see a small increase in our profits as we continue to take 20%, as we go from the 20 delta to the 30 delta. All right, so keep that in mind. All right, so we scalped one contract already. Now we're looking for 20% on this second contract. We're starting to get away from the moving averages now. What I've been doing is looking at how far up the move has been, but what I'm going to start to look at is how far up the moving averages have moved, because we got to go from narrow to wide. So we're still in the narrow state, even though we have some profit. All right, so here we go. Look at that. 20% is coming. We're starting to see a little bit more of a pop at our 20% mark, and boom, there we go. We're going to go ahead and take profit right here at 20%, add that to the 13 or 15% that we took with the first move. Boom, and then we're going to get out of there. All right, get out of there. 20%. Peace and love. Please subscribe to the channel, comment down below, and leave a like. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.